Racing Electronics here at the PRI show. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network, and we are joined by open wheel midget car royalty from TV and from the racetrack, T-Mez, Thomas Meseraull. Hey man, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am fantastic. What's it like being T-Mez walking around the PRI show?
You know, we just got here, so as of now, it took 3.5 minutes for me to get interviewed by the famous Steve. So, yeah, excited to be down here at PRI. I always swing by RE because these guys take care of me on the radios. If you haven't tried out one of their radios, they're awesome. I'm kind of bouncing around. I run local races and USAC and whatever, and the two different being able to set the two channels is clutch for me. So I didn't know if this was a commercial for RE or what are we doing this for? What are we?
It just becomes a commercial. We're just talking racing and shooting the breeze.
Nice. Nice.
Good stuff. No, but we appreciate the kind words, that's for sure. RE is hosting us here, and they do such a great job. Your 2023 season, kind of sum it up for us. How was it?
It wasn't the best year, but, you know, I guess when you wake up every day, it's a good year. You know what I mean? So I think I was close to 10 wins with the non-wing sprint car, midget. Got to run the wing car a little bit. And, you know, just kind of traveled everywhere. Started the year out in Australia, so that was amazing. Actually, I started at Chili Bowl, and then we went over to Australia, and I got to spend like 2 weeks over there. Sydney was absolutely stunning, and the racing was amazing. Everybody in America, be thankful there's not as many rules, okay? Because you go to Australia, and you have to have everything. I had to put arm restraints on, and a head sock and a shirt and all the stuff, okay? And old T-Mez, I'm kind of old school. I don't really need all the bullshit, okay? I don't even usually run a radio. I finally started getting radios from RE, and now I actually put it in there, but it took years. Like, it's only been 2 years that I've actually ran a radio. So it was tough going over there, and they have tons of rules, but the year was good, you know? Then we go to Florida. I don't make a killing, but I get to travel the country. I get to, like I like to say, live my best life. You guys can go check that out on T-Mez TV. I do a YouTube channel, and it's basically because my racing career is pretty awesome, and all my car owners let me film stuff and, you know, travel in the country, even the world. I might actually be going to New Zealand really quick here. I got a call 2 days ago, and so, yeah. This year's been good. This year's been good.
Absolutely love it. That's for sure. I know. I just read somewhere online. There's a little ride change and a shift coming up. So what does 2024 look like? Because it looks like you got a variety of things you could dip your toes into.
Yeah, it all kind of starts here, honestly, okay? Because the schedules all drop here, and so then once you start figuring out schedules, that's when, you know, stuff starts popping off. I'm gonna run. Kind of switch my midget deal, and Tim Engler and I are kind of working on a new deal. We went out west and kind of struggled, but we'll be at DuQuoin next week and Chili Bowl, and we are looking at like a 30 race schedule with the midget, extreme, USAC, kind of doing whatever we want to do on that. That's what's awesome about being in Indiana in the Midwest is you can just race so much. And when you have friends like T-Mez has, all my friends know I just want to go like fulfill the biggest schedule I can, and that's not always easy when you drive for one guy or two guys, you know. So I'm gonna run Kyle Simon's sprint car, might even run Dwight Cheney's sprint car a little bit, run the 7X with the EA Stealth, which is Tim Engler's Ford midget motor that he built from scratch. Yes, he built that thing from scratch, and we've been developing that all year. So super pumped about that because I really feel like that's like the next wave in midgets. You know, the Toyota has kind of been the king of the hill for the last 10 years, and I feel like this EA Stealth's coming in. And you know, we've been kind of low on the radar, but we picked off a win this year down at the BC, and that thing absolutely screams. It's amazing what midgets have kind of how they've changed. You know, I don't want to date myself, but you know, 20 years ago they were not this exciting and fun to watch and fun to drive. You know, I think they're putting out over 400 to the rear tires, naturally aspirated cars. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy, but yeah, so I get to run the wing car some this year. That's kind of new. I'm not a wing guy, you know, I'm an open wheel guy because, you know, I live in Indiana and non-wing, this is non-wing country. So They have this new Maverick series, and I'm pretty pumped because they're coming to my backyard. Putnamville, Terre Haute, Bloomington. I think I've seen Red Hill on the schedule, and those are all like local tracks for me, and even more so like all tracks I'm familiar with. So I'm going to actually have a little bit of experience on the tracks, not necessarily with the wing car, but I got 30 races under my belt, so super pumped about that. 15 races with the wing car, minimum, really. I'm looking to go wing racing, to be honest, and kind of fill that schedule. I've been trying to talk Shawn Michaels into let me run his wing car with the Dyson car. I haven't talked to Shawn for a while, but I'm probably going to run that for like Eastern Storm and Florida. And man, it's crazy. I have a crazy every year. I'm kind of like a gypsy. I just go where the races take me and the people call me, and yeah.
I absolutely love it. The guy who was sitting in this chair before you was Ken Schrader. Speaking of gypsies, he's out there with his modified, ran 69 races or something like that, 100 races in a car. Does a little different style than you do. He doesn't have T-Mez TV, but he'll stand around and have a beer afterward with everybody in the pit area, and I love that gypsy lifestyle. Let's talk a little bit about T-Mez TV. The concept, the idea, the growth, the explosion of it. How do you assess it now that you're in the middle of it? Did you see it going like this?
Absolutely not. So when I started this, I'm really just trying to be a race car driver, not work a real job. And, it's tough when you're racing dirt cars, It's not always like I drive for 50, 40% of the purse, and if you don't run good, if the start money is only, let's just say, to race a midget, the start money's $400. I make the show, we break, I make $200. Well, it's $100 a day just to live, right? Trying to go to the races, everything. So T-Mez TV kind of started up. I was hoping to sell some more shirts. My kids were like, you should start a YouTube channel. They watch YouTube all the time. And I thought, how do I sell more shirts? I have to give back to my fans, right? So started putting cameras on the car. And it's really just turned into so much more. I didn't realize I'll have, just older gentlemen that haven't been to the racetrack message and say that they're going to the racetrack again because they love watching the content and love what it brings back memories, and it's something I didn't think I could even do. It's a very little piece of my night, but I turn the cameras on, I say hi, I talk setup, I talk track conditions. Man, if you watch it, you could actually learn quite a bit from it. And, some of the footage is absolutely amazing. The last Monday I posted Eldora in the 410 non-wing sprint car, probably one of the most dangerous cars you could race at Eldora. How much better does it get,
It doesn't. It is absolutely amazing. T-Mez, we appreciate you stopping by. We appreciate you being a customer and a user of Racing Electronics Radios, but more so than anything, we appreciate you sharing the journey with us. I watch some T-Mez TV. I love following along with it. There we go, right there on the lanyard. But we appreciate you stopping by. Great catching up with you.
Hey, thank you so much for having me, and I hope everybody back there is having a good day.
Yes, indeed. Thomas Meseraull here in the Racing Electronics booth.